Good morning. Today is July 29th. This is our 2023 challenge, and we are going to get in this wall sit, and I will talk to you about the other challenge we're having this month. But I want to just start this wall sit because for my longer, I'm doing the expert level. I have a 6.5 minute wall sit, so I am just gonna do this right away. So find a wall. You will not have to do 6.5 minutes if you're not doing the expert level, so you can take that breath. Start out, have your back flat on the wall. Tilt your pelvis if you need to get that back nice and flat. Keep your feet about 2 to 2.5 feet or so away from that wall, and then just slide down until you are at 90. And let me get this. So yes, you want to keep that pelvis tilted so your back stays flat against that wall. I'm going to push them back. You want your knees above your ankles. You want your heels down flat on the floor as well. Because if you go up on your toes, that's going to put a lot more strain on these knees. When you're doing this correctly, you will feel it in your quads. Maybe not the first couple of seconds, but as we hold it longer, yeah, they tend to hurt. They might really start shaking. I know for me, doing the longer sits, they really do start to shake. And so you'll often see me with my hands down here because I'm trying to hold myself up and maybe not have them shaking so bad. Okay, so we have a beginner level, we have an intermediate level, and we have an expert level of this wall sit. We started at just a few seconds for the beginner, and today the beginner will be holding it for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. You are closing in on that 3-minute mark, which you will do the last day of the month. So I have been really proud of everybody who's doing this wall sit, or anybody who will choose to do it at some point, finds these videos and says, hey, I'd love to do a wall sit challenge, and just pick the level you want, whether it's beginner, intermediate, or expert level. I honestly was going to do the intermediate level. It's definitely, when I saw how long you had to hold it for the expert level, it scared me, and I was like, no, I'll be totally happy and content at the intermediate level. But I just decided I'm going to do this expert level and try and encourage all of you who think you can't do it, that it is possible to hold it and get these quads nice and strong. So the other challenge we've been doing this month is a walk challenge, and that is to walk 2 miles every day. I've been encouraging everybody to try and do it consecutively. Get out and walk the 2 miles right away, the full 2 miles, whether that's morning, afternoon, or evening. But I know that some of you can get scared off and think that you can't do it, but you really can do it. And just extend your time a little bit at a time, go a little further each time, and you'll do it. I'm looking at the time because you beginners are closing in on your time. There you go, you're done. Stand up, hold up onto the wall and push yourself up. And for you doing the intermediate level, keep holding. So getting back to the walking, yes, in the beginning I said you can walk a mile in the morning and another mile in the evening and get your 2 miles in that way. But I also did encourage you, and I hope at least one person took that and said, you know what, I'm going to work up to walking 2 miles consecutively, and just went a little further each day, and now you can walk 2 miles, and that's awesome. So I hope that you've been taking that to heart. Next month, we are starting a new challenge, and we have a bunch of different exercises that we'll be doing. Some of them I will have to learn because I've never done them either. So, this hurts. But yes, we'll have a day that is for your arms. We'll have a day that's for your legs. we'll have a day for your abs. We'll have a strength day, and 2 days will be cardio, where you will walk, run, bike for a certain amount of time, and that time will increase throughout the month. Sundays will be the rest day, and I will be doing stretching on those days. So, intermediate level, you are almost done. Keep holding it up a little bit longer, and you're going to be finishing your 4 minutes and 50 seconds very shortly. I had to make sure my timer didn't go off there. And you all are done. If you were doing intermediate, great job. You can hold onto the wall and stand up. And I'm going to continue to sit here for another 2 minutes. About my goal today is 6.5 minutes. So yeah, my legs are starting to shake. I definitely have been feeling that it hurts. You'll see my legs aren't touching. It's okay to have them touching. I try to keep them out away from each other because I know that at times once you are doing this, or if you're not holding it super long, you can have a weight in between your legs just to try and make it harder. Obviously I am not there because I am just trying to get to the time, and this is really hard for me. So we'll have to see when I think there's one day at least that I saw wall sit show up, and it was just like hold for a minute, come back up, and do 3 reps of holding it for a minute. And I don't know, maybe I'll put a weight on there when I do that, but I don't know because sometimes I just want to be done. And that's where I'm at right now, really struggling. It's been getting harder and harder for me to get to the expert level, but I've held in there, showing you it's not impossible. So I have a couple more seconds till I can get to the point where I can stand up, and I'm just looking very good that I'm gonna make it. There we go. Oh, alrighty. So that is our wall sit for today. Great job. I hope you were able to get outside and do your 2 miles of walking. I know for where I live, they're calling for thunderstorms and stuff. So I am going to try and get out there because I don't think it's raining yet, and try to get in my 1 mile run and 2 mile power walking. Hopefully I can do that before it starts to rain. But be safe. If you have to do it inside, you could use an app that tells you how many steps you've taken or how far you've gone. Because I know you can have a pedometer right there. Most of us have a watch that counts steps, or maybe you have a little pedometer that you can put on your hip and just walk around inside your house. Or maybe you have a treadmill that easily tells you. Well, if your dashboard on the thing works. Mine doesn't, so I have to rely on my watch to tell me how far I've gone. But hopefully you have some way of counting your steps so that you know, hey, I did it. And as I had said yesterday, it's usually 2,000 steps equals a mile. For me, I have shorter legs, so I have to do more steps. So if you get to, like 4,400 steps, I'd say that's a very good chance that you have done 2 miles. So whatever you can do today to stay active. So wall sit, whether you're doing it 2 minute 50 second, 4 minute 50 seconds, or 6.5 minutes today, that is your choice. Hopefully you'll do your walk and drink your water, do stuff to stay healthy. So have a great day, stay active, and I'll see you tomorrow.